Okay, so now I have to change it. Right? How do I do it? How does it show me?
Well, all our units, like Watergeneral, come with a wrench.
Okay.
That's how you loosen up these canisters. You want them pretty tight, and they're knuckle busters, so you want to use the wrench, not your hands. You'll rip all the skin off of your knuckles. So you definitely want to use your wrench. It locks onto these ribs, and you can crank it right off. Change.
Yep.
So utilize Watergeneral's very inexpensive carbon blocks, sediment filters, and then they sell the resin loose. This is the deionizer resins that are also easy to change. You just pull the canister off, unscrew one of those blue caps, pour your old media out, and then pour new media in.
Okay.
There you have it.
So, Bud, now why do you even like the Watergeneral RO+DI kind of units?
My main concern is performance. There are certain features on this unit that give me performance. I'll give you one example.
Okay.
They have a patented double O-ring seal.
Let me see that, Bud. I'm going to zoom in. So when you say O-ring, you mean those two rubber kind of rings on the top. Okay.
The reason that that's important, I had a customer have an RO unit.
Right.
It was on auto shut off. They went away for the weekend. The seal did not stay sealed, and it leaked a lot of water from their upstairs laundry room into their basement because they lost that seal. This has a double seal on it. That is important.
Okay.
You forget about some things on your aquarium when they're automated. They didn't think to shut that auto top off because they wanted their aquarium topped off.
Sure.
They never considered that that RO unit itself could blow a seal.
Sure.
And it did.
Sure.
So that's a cool feature right there.
Okay. How long have they been in business in general?
Watergeneral has been in business for 12 years.
Okay.
The equipment, the parts, all assembled here in the U.S.
Okay. Are they manufactured U.S. or assembled? Because, you know, there's a difference.
They're manufactured and assembled in Santa Ana, California.
Oh, okay.
So it's a U.S.-based company.
Okay, cool. Okay, so I guess back to, you know, again, the performance side. What else, you know, do you like about these units?
Well, I like the fact that with a TDS reading of, say, 250, which is a pretty common reading out of your tap water,
Yeah, mine's higher.
you'll get a 0.
Right.
With this RD-102 in the 250 range, you're not going to need any add-ons. You'll get a 0 TDS. That's what you're looking for. That's performance.
Right, exactly. Okay, and now I noticed there's like a gauge on top. Is that important? Here, let me kind of zoom in.
A pressure gauge is very important. Let me pull it out here.
Okay. Okay.
Why a pressure gauge is important is 2 reasons. One reason would be when you first start up your RO unit, you'll know what your running pressure should be.
Okay.
As that gauge loses pressure, you're losing production and wasting water. So that's telling you you probably need to change your pre-filter and carbon blocks. So that's why a pressure gauge is important. The RD-102 comes with the pressure gauge.
Okay, cool. Good deal. So I got a question for you, dear.
Okay.
I know some guys I talk to, they know when to change the filters and all that stuff without using a TDS meter.
Sure, there's definitely ways to accomplish that. That's why the pressure gauge is important. The pressure gauge, as you lose pressure,
Sure, like you explained. Right.
significant pressure, when the water's on and you're running the unit, you know by the pressure gauge that something's starting to clog up.
Sure.
Now the other feature on this unit is the clear canisters with the DI resin. The DI resin is a color change resin. As it matures and gets dirty, that goes from green, brown to a black. That means that it's spent. It's no longer...
So it's exhausted, it's sucked up whatever.
It's no longer pulling out pollutants. So therefore, you need to change your DI resin. I still feel that the TDS meter is a very useful tool. It's very inexpensive. Sure. You also can purchase that from Watergeneral when you buy your RO unit.
Right.
So the combination of all these signs will easily signify when to change it.
Sure. Okay, cool. Wrap it up for me.
Okay, so to wrap up this episode of Product Showcase, filterdirect.com is the location, the website for all the products I talked about.
Yep.
We showcased the 100 gallon per day RO+DI unit for aquarium use. Comes with the parts and pieces that I showed you to easily hook it up to your cold water supply.
Yep.
And remember, that's where it always has to be hooked up to cold water.
Okay.
Not hot water. Hot water will melt the membrane.
Sure.
We also went over the drinking water kit. The subtle differences between the two would not matter for your aquarium,
yep,
but there are some differences. Use that kit for the combination of your aquarium and your own personal use. Quit buying bottled water. Now, last but not least, this is the unit that I personally sell in the shop. This is the unit that I use here and also I sell to my customers. The reason being, it's affordable and it produces 0 TDS. That's all I'm looking for out of an RO. That's it. See you next time on Product Showcase.